Estuaries, Florida's productive powerhouses. Remember the first time you saw a brown pelican dive close to shore? After crashing into the water, they pull their bills down and squeeze out the water until just the fish remains. You may have also seen gulls floating nearby hoping to steal a fish. Or you may have just sat on the shore enjoying the warm sun, a slight breeze, and calm, flat water. One of my favorite things to do is to go to the shore later in the afternoon when the wind has died down and the water is very calm. I like to watch the smooth surface to see who pops up to eat a small bug that's floating on the surface. With any luck, I might see a manatee take a breath. And if I'm really lucky, I might catch a dolphin taking a breath while hunting for his evening meal. Take a look at the map. I like this map because it clearly shows many rivers in central Florida that flow into the ocean. This place, where the fresh water from the rivers meets the salt water, is an estuary. Estuaries create a special environment for plants, wildlife, and us. And chances are that when you sat on the shore, maybe just watching pelicans or watching the sea, you were watching an estuary. Tampa Bay, right here, is the largest estuary in the state of Florida. 4 major rivers flow into the bay. First we have the Hillsborough River, then the Alafia, then the Little Manatee, and then the Manatee Rivers. The mix of fresh and salt water creates an ideal habitat for small fish and other wildlife to grow, making the Tampa Bay estuary one of the most productive places on Earth. When we were young, we needed food, shelter, and safety, among other things. So do fish and other wildlife. Fish emerge from eggs released in the open ocean. The tiny larvae are carried by winds, currents, and tide into the estuary, with some species timing their movement with the tides. As they develop, many of these small fish move into estuaries, seagrass beds, mangroves, and marshes. There is more grass in shallow waters because the sun can reach the plants on the bottom. The deep ocean has no plants on the bottom because it's too dark. This makes the estuary highly productive and therefore very important. The estuary provides plenty of food, shelter in the roots, grasses, and shallow water. The shallow water with reduced salinity reduces the risk of running into large ocean predators who prefer full salt water. Oyster beds, mangrove roots, and grasses all provide excellent places to grow up and thrive. These shallow, beautiful places support wildlife and support us. Places like Tampa Bay are not just bodies of water. There are places where families gather, where people fish at sunrise, where children see dolphins for the first time, and where many of us feel connected to nature. All of this happens in the estuary. Estuaries clean water by trapping sediments. They reduce flooding by buffering storm surge, and they support recreation and tourism. Estuaries are under pressure, though, from climate change, pollution, and other issues that affect water quality and therefore wildlife. But we have many reasons for hope. Across Florida, people are restoring oyster beds that filter water. We've worked to restore seagrass beds to provide better for young wildlife. We've managed fertilizer runoff by using native plants, and we've protected mangroves to protect our shoreline. Estuaries truly are Florida's productive powerhouses.